I'm in the right place. Hang on. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay. My website, right? Okay. Let's look here. Everybody. Ishan, can you look here, please? Can you look up here, please? Thank you. All right, guys, look. Okay, this is quite confusing in terms of, I have to be honest, I need you all looking here, okay? So I've got a lot of stuff here, right? Because I ran this 2 times in the past, right? The last time I ran this unit, it was last year, but during COVID, I stopped it at the stage where we created our elements, our game assets, okay? So I kind of stopped it there because everybody was working from home. Some people didn't have the right type of computer, so I just shut it. I said, you know what? Forget 3D, right? For whatever, okay? So I spent more time kind of developing these into 4-2-1s. But right now, I don't want to do that anymore. I had time to reflect on it. So ultimately, look at this and tell me how confusing this is, okay? So if you look at this, what do you see here? Aside from confusion, but what is it that I'm trying to kind of get you guys to think here? Go ahead, Gracie. Shapes, sweet, right? 2D shapes go into 3D shapes. As soon as you take a circle and you double it, it becomes a primitive. It's like a cylinder, correct? Okay, cool. So to me, look how flat coloring it is here. But look how it kind of stands out, right? 2 colors, right? 2 colors. Here, I'll zoom in more. Oh, it won't let me because it's not a. Anyway, anyway. This one has more shading. Do you see that? Okay, and then you can see here it's just line work, a bit of hatching, right? Does everybody understand hatching? It's just a bit of shading, right? So hatching is basically you can do vertical lines and then you can do horizontal lines, diagonal lines, and then X's and so on. I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, so you look at this and you go, okay, so Balian's saying, if I'm creating a lamp inside my space, right, for my wizard or my sorcerer or my alchemist, which is who I have this time going, I want to really take the time of kind of developing my lamps, right? It's a candle. What's it sitting on? Is it sitting on a piece of wood? Is it sitting on a piece of metal? That kind of thing. So I spent time designing it, okay? I'm hoping on your own time, like, between now and tomorrow and tonight, tomorrow morning, like you're sitting at lunch, I want people to doodle. So I don't want you to think about, and again, I could be all wrong by saying this. I'm not sure if any admin is going to back me up. I don't want this to be like it's a job. I come here for 2 hours. I have to do this. But what happens in the creative world, guys, not everybody delivers at the same time, right? So sometimes you listen to music. Sometimes you go for a walk. You hang out with your pet. But back of your brain is saying, hey, what's that lamp going to look like, right? And then you have an idea. You walk and you see the person's light on their garage door and you go, you know what, I could take that idea. That's what design is. You're taking elements from everywhere, aside from you bringing references from the internet, right? The world around you becomes the world of inspiration. That's how I see design, right? So look at me, like I'm coming up with candle ideas. Do you see here, right? I want to see that from you guys. And I don't want you guys to think that at home, for example, I need a digital tablet to make this happen. Do you guys think you can shade like this with pencil crayons maybe? Yeah. Okay, cool. What about pen? And then, maybe a piece of marker like a Crayola. Do you guys get what I'm saying? So let's say you don't have a digital tablet to work. That's fine. Take a picture of your sketches, right? Take a picture and then get a pencil crayon. You don't have a pencil crayon? Get a blue pen. Get a red pen. Get a black pen and so on, okay? And shade. I'm going to show you guys how to do that, okay? I don't want you guys to jump into Blender right now in class time until I see a really well designed template, like a blueprint for you to work from. Meaning that, watch, if I see that you guys have these elements in your space, waiting for the internet not to crash. Oh, look at this, eh? Isn't this taking long? Wow. Okay, I'm actually pointing at this one right here that you've seen before. The book, my manuscript. Just hold on. Watch this. Oh, yeah, it's not working at all, is it? The network. No, look, guys. Remember how I was saying 4-2-1 and all that? Just for, as long as you guys have kind of a rough idea of what you want to go three-dimensionally into your space, I'm going to say you're good to go into Blender, okay? I'm going to say you're good to go. But I want this level, okay? This is not complicated. I'm going to show you today shading of this really fast, okay? And I'm going to show you so many different ways to get to the same result, okay? So I don't want you to be inhibited by not having the right tools or enough class time, okay? So watch how we're going to do that. Okay, I'm going to open this up. This is all on my website, as you guys know. You've seen these examples. I want you to take a look at it and look at the variety. Look how the styles are different. It's all me. It's not like I'm a different person. Fully shaded, right? Emphasis on light and dark. Light's coming from the right side. Line work, doodled here, right? Doodled. A bit of shading, and then a bit of color. Okay? And you could do this if you work in multiple layers, right? If you work on one layer, sometimes the color underneath, or the let's say the liquid, and then you're going to have, like I'm just saying, work with multiple layers. Okay, now watch this now. Imagine you are sketching on your sketch pad. You do a doodle like this, and then behind it, with another pen, whatever color you have, you shade this. And look what happens here. Look how cool this is. Look, see how this pops? You guys see that? That's good, right? I can take that from you. I think this is good enough for you to proceed, right? Between this slide here, this image of the potion bottle, the water bottle, whatever bottle it is, to this bottle, is there a lot of difference, guys? How much more work is there between here and here? And what is it? I know there's more work. Yes, Sean?
Oh, there's less shading, so it looks like it's popping.
Okay, so there's a bit of shading going on with multiple colors, right? Light and dark. Is that hard? Maybe it is, right? But how about I demonstrate again? Now, I've given you all these videos already. I'm not sure if you watched them, but I'm going to demo them one more time. Now, look at this. I'll stop here and I'll start demoing. Here's my references, right? Okay. I pulled this off in about, let's say, 5 minutes. And it's not a matter of the time. I want you to take the time and watch this. Remember the method I showed you guys? Draw things with simple lines and then add a curve. Do you remember that method? Look, straight line, I curved it. I have a straight line, I curved it. Boom. Now it's starting to pop, right? Look, here's the straight line. Let me press B. This morning I couldn't get this Photoshop to work, so let's hope this works here. So here's my straight line. Same straight line, if I curve it gently, keep the same shape. Look how that pops. Okay? I need you to look here, please. Okay? Look. Here's my shape. If I want some kind of a shape, I want something to work in here. Look. I can come in here and just do this. Look. See that? Light's coming from over here, so I'm spending more time making this area bright. Look. Diagonal, vertical, cross contour. Diagonal means this. So if you start shading like this or shade like this, it's called cross hatching. What I did is I went diagonal, then I went straight up and down, and then I did cross contour. Cross contour means go around something. There. So I'm just going, and again, you shouldn't, like, you know, I can make this a little darker. Watch, a little darker here, right? Come over here. Just let this part become the darker side. Do you get what I mean? Like, look, guys, up and down. That's all I'm doing. Up and down, I'm doodling.
I don't think you drew liquid in there.
Yeah, right? So if I just come in here and just but remember, there's no button that says render. There's no button that says shade. You just have to take the time and just doodle for the fun of it, okay? Look, I'm going to come over here. Watch what I'm going to do here. I'm going to come over here and I'm just doing this, okay? Look, this is what I call even Steven, okay? It's all even, right? It's even, right? So let me just make a little darker here. So if you start playing around with light and dark, watch this now, look. This is one color, right? If I use the same color, there's not much change. Now, if I go a little darker, as I go further out, just a little darker, watch the difference now. So this becomes a little darker. That's a little brighter, right? Look, I come over here. Sorry, I forgot that it didn't come back to me. Look, okay? So you see how there's already a dimension change between these two? There's a bit of a dimension change. I'm kind of rushing it. Doesn't matter. So now I'm just going to come over here, go a little smaller, and then you got to play around with your brush sizes, okay? What's wrong with putting brush sizes? Change your brush size, see what happens. That kind of thing, right? Okay. So let's say you're at home, right? You don't have the digital tablet. So what? Okay, let me see what I can do, Balian. I'm going to grab a color right now. I'm going to go with something dark here, or bright, so you guys could see this. Okay, so I'm going to come over here. I'm going to say, yeah, I think I want to create a potion bottle, right? I love showing something like this. Oval, this is me with a pencil, okay? Here, I'm going to go out, go in here, do something like this. Like that, look, okay? Over here, I'm going to double up the lip. I'm going to double up the oval. Okay, this is here. This is my potion bottle. Maybe that's reflected. Maybe that's where the liquid is. Who knows? You can put the liquid anywhere you want. And for me, I always do this for my cork top. Okay, you don't have to show. There it is. Right?
Can you get like some more time before I go?
Yes, yes. Don't worry about that. Just hold off. Just watch my demo. That has nothing to do with that. Okay. So look at here. Okay. So you come in here, right here, right? So right there. Boom, boom. Here. I've got this. Okay, so let's say you took a picture of this now. Okay, now what you do is you bring it into Photoshop or Krita, does not matter to me, and then you take a lasso tool. Here's your lasso tool. There's a lasso tool in every app. Here, look, here's my lasso tool right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, right there. Look, go boom, 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 here, 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 close it, come back. There it is. Now I could take a color, for example, whatever color, take the bucket tool, drop it. There it is. Okay? As long as these marching ants are going around, you can come in here now with a different brush. Look, you can take a paintbrush here in Krita with a mouse. Okay, look, I'm going to grab my mouse. I'm not using my stylus, okay? So I took a picture of my work. I have a brush here. I'm going to change the color now, okay? So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to do this with my mouse. I'm not letting go, look. Just going round and round. Okay, cool, I did that part. Great. Let's change the color up a bit. Let's go down here. Just go back and forth. I'm using my mouse. Look, I'm just doodling, okay? I'm going to go a little darker here, maybe. Come in here, and I think I need to go a little darker, just for fun. I can make my brush bigger, like that. Come in. Imagine now, I'm going to do the same thing in Photoshop for you guys, okay? So there's something happening here, right? Okay, so I'm going to go again. I'm going to go over here, turn this over, come around with my mouse. I'm going round and round. Look, I'm going round and round in here. And when you let go of this, some cool things happen, okay? Let me do the same thing over here. A layer underneath your drawing. Always, if you bring this in, always go to a layer underneath, right? So watch, click, 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 click. I'm using my mouse here, okay? Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. I'm just overshooting it here. Okay, let's get a liquid in and say this color, okay? Right here. Take my bucket tool, drop it, done. Okay, I'm going to make another layer underneath, okay? Take the same tool, lasso tool. Love saying that word, lasso tool. Underneath, right? And come over here, click, click. And I said this to you guys, we did the same technique with the sword, right? We use the same tools, guys. Nothing new going on. So I'm going to go a little darker, right? Watch this. Take the bucket tool now. And if you zoom out, see how there's a change in value? When the change in value means you're bending, you're an air bender, you're an earth bender, because you're bending light, right? Look how cool that looks underneath, right? And then you come in here, zoom, get your pencil here. Okay, I'm going to use my mouse. I'm not going to use a stylus. I'm going to come over here with this somewhere in here. I'm just going to like just scratch. Okay, we need to go a wee bit. I'm on the wrong layer. That's why I'm not seeing it. Sorry, guys. Hold on 1 second. Need to go to the layer because that was underneath. That's why it wasn't coming up. So now you just go like this with your mouse. Look, just a little bit like that. And if you zoom out, there's like water reflection. I could continue with this, right? I could go underneath this layer and so on and make the dark purple over here. Okay, so how does this sound to you guys? Is this something you could do, or am I just dreaming? Balian's dreaming. This is not happening, Balian. I can't do this.
Looks
Like,
easy.
pardon me?
Looks like we just create a circle,
Yeah,
some lines, use
great.
the fill tool, color, like
Yeah,
put in different colors, and you get something like that.
yeah. What Ishan said, basically, you create an oval, you take a line tool, you use your fill tool, and then you hatch over it. That's it. That's what I want you guys to do. But as you spend more time with this, right, you will find that you can do some cool things like this. Look, look how much shading I did. I did 2 minutes, 1 minute, 30 seconds of shading right here. Look, I went light and dark. The minute you guys show light and dark, things are going to start popping. The more time you spend, you experiment, you're going to learn, okay? You can't just do this in 5 minutes, but I want everybody to get to this level. Is this okay? Do I get nods? It's all good? Yeah, Balian? So far, so good. How about the guys at home? What's happening? How we doing? I got a check mark here. Good. Okay, so I'm going to stop this. And then I'll take questions and I'll demo this stuff, okay? Good? Yeah? Okay, let me stop this. This was 60.